Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today's video is going to be my first haul of 2024. So a couple fun items in here. Basically, our dollar stores have seemingly been dumped and stocked to the brim with non-sellers of 2023. Going back as far as early 2023, and decided to pick up a couple items basically that I had skipped on because they weren't necessarily super duper, on my radar, but at roughly 60% of the price of big box store prices, kind of hard to say no. So first and foremost, started getting some 3-packs, Hot Wheels 3-packs, which is kind of cool. Our dollar store chain, Dollarama, sells items going up to $5 before tax, and that's how they price these, which in Canada it is about just $2 just over $2 cheaper than Toys R Us, and just under $2 cheaper than Walmart, just to give you a couple examples of pricing range. So it is pretty much the cheapest 3-pack out there, and I took the opportunity to pick up one that I found interesting, the reason why is that most of the 3-packs of the current waves that are available, and we're talking about same wave, be it Toys R Us or dollar stores at the current time, in my area at least. What's interesting is there's probably half a dozen different sets, and most of them will come with the same cars, basically. If you get lucky, you'll get 3 really good cars, like the last one I picked up being Lotus Esprit, the blue KDR 30 Skyline, as well as the black Veneno Spider. No, Centenario Spider, sorry. Or Roadster, should I say. So, but once in a while, you're going to get these 3-packs that are basically supposed to have, example, 2 fantasy cars and 1 real cast, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you get one that has casting that is super legit, but that basically is not necessarily in all the other identical 3-packs. So first one that I picked up would be this one here. So, not the best 3-pack in the world, obviously, definitely because of this guy, which I don't know what his name is there, but that's going to be going to my daughter anyways. What's interesting is that there was another nondescript fantasy car in all of these except one. In that middle slot, instead of being an undesirable fantasy car, we got the Falcon liveried FDRX7, which is great. Now I already have this cast on a single, which means basically it is out of here and it's going to be up for sale or trade. So there you go, one less single, and this is going to be opened on a future Free It Friday, and we're going to replace this specific car with another JDM cast to accompany the infamous RX-7, as well as this really nice multi-pack exclusive silver NSX, the new version, obviously. So that's the first 3-pack that I found. The other one, pretty cool as well, because again, the middle slot on this one is supposed to be a fantasy casting, but lo and behold, 3 licensed vehicles and 3 Italian vehicles, which is awesome. Now this one is the Centenario I was referring to previously, so this is a double. Again, this will be opened. We're going to be taking this out. And the Alpha 8C, well, same scenario as the RX-7, so that's going to be definitely going into the for sale for trade lot. So we're going to put those 2 aside. Check out this cool 5-pack, this cool 3-pack though, eh? It's pretty sweet selection of cars. And what I was thinking of doing basically is opening this one, and what I'm going to do, I do have in the same shade of red, the Aventador J that we have here in green, again multi-pack exclusive color, and this one will be going into the for sale for trade loose mint lot, and this one I'm going to be taking out because I have the Aventador J in this red, as I said, and I also have the Lamborghini 5-pack that came out a while ago, and I'm fairly hesitant to crack that one open, to be quite honest with you, because I mean it does have a strong value, but I'd really like to get the white Aventador J out of there and just make like a 3-pack of Italian colored Aventador J's, which I find would be a really cool 3-pack, but we'll see. We'll reserve that for another video. So that's it for the 3-packs. Now, other items that are heavily discounted compared to big box store prices would be these ridiculously oversaturated. Well, actually, I should say they're oversaturating the pegs currently. Be these color shifters. I mean, they're pretty expensive, and I mean, you know, they've got play novelty with the whole, you know, you can change the color or whatnot. But this one I had been eyeing for a little bit, but I just wasn't willing to dish out the $8 to $10 Canadian before tax that these command on our pegs up here. So yeah, well, I'll take it at half the price though. I mean, for $4 is pretty legit. So I picked up this one because you know, 57 Chevy. It's not the best wheels on this one, but this cast is really nostalgic to me because, you know, I have a couple variations of it. Not so much with the engine coming out of the hood there, but yeah, I do have you know, sentimental attachments. This is a cast I really liked when I was a kid. One of those casts with the fins and the rake and all that good stuff, basically, that just, you know, the styling just got me going, the big chrome bumpers and everything like that. So as most of you probably know, these are metal based castings but with a plastic body, which is kind of cool because you can actually do body swaps on these if ever you want a metal base for your 57 Chevy. So, you know, we'll see. It's, for now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it, but, you know, I would like to transfer the metal base onto a multi-pack exclusive flamed version, gloss black with the flames that I have of this. So I'm thinking of doing that potentially. Next up we have, oh yeah, this one, it's another color shifter. This one is a cast that I really like, and the color on this I really like. It is the T-Bird Stalker, and this really cool, not Spectra Flame, but kind of like satin metallic orange, which seems to switch to red. So we've got the red 5 spokes on there too, which just makes a great contrast. And I mean, this generation of T-Bird is the one that you know, it's kind of like, it's not the one that I remember as a small child, but it's one that I remember as a teenager. You know, you had a Super Coupe version of these with the 3.8 liter supercharged. You know, you had the 4.6 liter modular V8. You know, these were rear wheel drive, and you know, just like old school big luxury coupe, sport luxury coupe. And they were available with a stick, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so this one is a casting I really like. I really like the casting details. They look good. They look really good. From what I can tell, with those 2 indentations in the front bumper under the lights, this would be a facelift version. So 95, 96, 97 basically. Yeah, really cool. Really very cool. Love the side pipes. Again, metal body, metal base and plastic body, which, you know, for a NASCAR kind of makes sense, right? So yeah, really like the color, really like the livery. It's kind of ghosted on there when you're in the orange hue, and I guess it pops a little bit more if you dump some hot water on it. No, actually some cold water on it, and then it becomes red. It seems to become like gold almost when you put hot water on it. So I may do a little test run on these. I have a few of these, you know, both carded and loose. Eventually they'll all be loose, so we'll see at that point. So last item I picked up at our dollar store, again, you know, purely because they are so cheap at the price range that they're demanding. We're talking about, I believe this is wave 3. I think think it's wave 3 of the Ultra Hots. Picked up this Barracuda Formula S, which I did not pick up when this wave dropped. This is gonna probably be a candidate to have tampo removal, like a nice wheel swap eventually. Love the Spectra Flame smoke color on there. Looks really good. These are tampoed front and back as well. You know, wheels aren't everyone's cup of tea, but I mean, with a wheel swap and a tampo removal, these things look legit as heck. So this is what is in this wave. So obviously I already have the 2 bottom ones, which were the ones I was after basically when this came out. Fair Lady and the Porsche. And I do also have the pink Dodge Demon, which looks awesome in that Spectra Flame pink. So I thought, hey, what the heck not? I'll pick up this because I really love the casting and the stance of this car. Definitely looks good. And yeah, it's a little side project there. And the second one I picked up, again, I cannot wait to do a tampo removal on this one. It's going to look awesome. It would be the VW Squareback. It's going to look like pretty much a Zamac, eh? The first wave had the Cyclone, Mercury Cyclone Fastback, basically, that had this finish as well. So that's going to be fun to do. So I'm going to remove the Hot Wheels logo, obviously, those flames on the side and on the top. All the rest I'm leaving as is. We'll try and preserve the little black trim and the door handle. And again, rear details. Red tinted windows, which is kind of cool. And then you got hard to see on the silver there, but you do have some front lights on there as well as the little side markers on the bottom there. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Looks great. Love this bare metal or raw metal finish. So that'll be fun to do some tampo removal. Next up, oh yeah, I kind of stumbled upon also a quick visit to Wally World, the most recent to us wave of Matchbox Mainlines. Just picked up a couple ones I really wanted. No recolors or anything like that, solely new castings. First and foremost, Mazda RX-8, clean stock version, as Matchbox excels at doing. So nice front tampos with the lights and the Mazda logo. Probably gonna, if I crack this open eventually, I'm gonna probably add the little side markers that you can see right here, just to make that a little bit more realistic. But besides that, I mean, maybe the exhaust tips in silver for the dual exhaust. And as for the rest, badging and rear lights as well as third brake light are on point. Kind of suicide door coupe, 4-door coupe. Very nice looking. You know, you can love or hate rotaries, it's still a great looking car, and not a casting that's been done a million times by a million different brands. Next up, we will be checking out probably the most anticipated one in this wave, the infamous Volvo 240. There's 2 of these on the pegs, left the other one for another collector. Great work on the front. And I love the fact that the front lights actually do kind of carry over slightly to the side, which is great. Shame that the rear lights do not do the same, but I mean, still from the rear it looks great. So cool. You got the 1986 license plate on the back there, but yeah, the rear's really well done, front's really well done. Got the mirrors, nice 4-door sedan. Can't wait for a wagon version of this. I know Hot Wheels does the drift version, but I'm sure Matchbox will be coming out eventually with the and this thing fits snugly, eh? It barely moves. It fits really snug in this bubble, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing in the sense that you know, it's resting on its plastic, black plastic bumpers, so there's not really a chance of paint rash or anything like that by staying in the package. But at the same time, if ever I drop it or anything like that, tight bubbles like this and cheap plastic is gonna crack for sure. So we'll see what happens. And last Matchbox I picked up, very, very awesome stuff. Holden VF Commodore SSV, which is awesome. So this is not an HSV model, but it's the sport version of the non-Holden specialty vehicle Commodore line. So great work up front. This is the generation right after the, well, I should say the facelifted version of the Ute that we've seen in a few color waves since, 2018, 2019. We've seen it in green, we've seen it in purple, we've seen it in white with some orange accents and some really nice black lip white face wheels, and probably a couple others that I don't have. I think there was another one with in the retro series that had kind of like maybe a Black Widow livery or something like that. Fortunately, this one, the rear is not complete, since, you know, you got the big police livery on there, the highway patrol. Cool thing is, basically, since it does not have strobes on the top, this would be really, really easy to do a tampo removal on, and just have like a stock version of the Commodore VF, which is great. Yeah, and it'll go well with the other Holdens I have in the collection. Very few, but still a couple. Then I kind of, I think, stumbled maybe into another kind of rabbit hole. We all know as diecast collectors how that's like. Never been a big fan of the muscle machines, but some of them, especially the Euro cars, I'm really down. So when I saw this, it was like a no-brainer. I had to get it. I just had to get this super nice RWB 993. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I mean, the details aren't super impressive in their quality, but I mean, the car's complete though. I mean, it's tampoed all around. It's a licensed product, despite it being kind of like a tuned car. Obviously larger than 1/64th scale. This is not a 1/64th scale. And you said a little asterisk. Pretty sure it's gonna be let's see. Yeah, so as it's written on the bottom, on the I won't make you read it there, but it's clearly written 1/64 refers to the approximate scale size. Some variations may exist. So yeah, either way, you know, I like these, even if these cards are really, really crappy to actually store. I like the fact it comes with a base, but the card's not on the base per se. And I do like the fact also that it's visible, notwithstanding which side you're looking at. Yeah, so that's number one. And number two is one that I've been eyeing, and it's the one actually that made me want to actually get my first muscle machines, the Lamborghini Countach. And this is a pre-rocker vent, but with the fender flares. You do have the wing on there as well. So this would be probably a 5000S. I'm gonna assume, at least, based on the body. It's got the Euro bumpers, obviously, on the front. Much better looking than the big American Impact bumpers. The rear is super well done, and I love the exhausts on these. Are really awesome. So the engines are as well on the hot rod type cars, but yeah. And by the way, I was looking at what was included in this wave. Everything was there except one, and I don't know if anybody has ever seen number 13, the Ferrari F40. I have not seen that. I did not see that one on the pegs, even if there was one of these and there was two RWBs. So I mean, assuming somebody probably left with the Countach and an F40 and somebody else left with the other F40. There's only two per case, so there was no chases either. The only time I saw chases at my local Toys R Us, where these are sold, for me at least, was when the first wave of these dropped at my local Toys R Us, and yeah, I found two of the Mustang GT500s or maybe GT350s. But yeah, no luck since then. But I don't really mind because it's not a chase I'm overly fond of. I did manage also at that same little trip to Walmart where I found the Matchbox. I did manage to also pick up a another M2 machines that I was actually really looking forward to find. It would be this one. It's part of that new Dodge D Series 6-piece set, and we're talking about this one, the Midnight Express, so the blacked out version of the Little Red Express. I would have loved to pick up also the Little Red Express, as it would have been a really cool contrast. This one being super slammed to the ground, and the Little Red Express being done more in a stock form. Now WTF4 FOR, you know, WTF4, I guess. Owen, my neighbor from the adjoining province with the most epic diecast collection that I can think of, did actually showcase these and did a really cool compare with different Little Red Express that were done by Hot Wheels, Jolly and Lightning, and a bunch of other people. And he did point out that those what are made to look like wooden slats that are on top of the box of the truck, M2 is the only one that does these. All the other companies that do the D series pickups, there's no slats on there. So I find that's a really cool thing. So I'm still going to be on the lookout for that Little Red Express. I know the Hot Wheels in the mainline for 2024, I think in C or D case, there's going to be one in the mainline. If I find that, I'll be content, because I do not have a Little Red Express in my collection in the actual Little Red Express colors. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about this one. I'm just happy that I don't have to try and locate the slammed green Hellcat swap version, since I picked up the hauler with the purple alternative. So, but yeah, this is really, really well done. All the details you'd expect. The wheel choice is on point. This thing is straight out of Slamington City. I mean, it's pretty cool, and it's limited to 9,600 pieces worldwide. Cool, discreet box, you know, just very OEM looking packaging, which is very cool. And last but certainly not least, the piece that I am most happy to have picked up, and the one we're going to end this showcase on, is going to be this right here. So there we go, the Hot Wheels 2-pack Holden set. Actually the one that I most wanted out of this wave. Yeah, the Beamers, don't get me wrong, I'm all about that 320 Group 5, but you know, 3.0 CSL is not the best. And then we have the Mitsubishi set, and that one obviously is cool. You know, you've got the Eclipse with the same body kit as the Fast and Furious car, but in clean red, as well as the Evo 6, which is pretty much a repeat of the one that came out in Modern Classics. But that Holden set is the one that I wanted. I did live myself in Australia for about 3 years when I was a young lad. So you've got, so this is these are cars that I actually not only know, but that I was pretty close to. Now we have the 73 Monaro GTS Coupe. This was also available in a sedan. But I do prefer, honestly, you know, sorry to all the Holden fans in Australia, but I do prefer the Falcon of the same year. But doesn't matter, the Holden's still really awesome, especially the rear end. Rear end's got a lot of Chevelle in it, but in a little bit more of a fastback style, so I really like that. And yeah, the Tirana in the race livery is awesome. Got some Marlboro vibes going on there. So, you know, something you'd see running around Mount Panorama, basically. And this is strongly based on a Opel. It's funny because, you know, Australians, just like Americans, do love their big V8s, so they decided to cram a V8 in a car that was never made to accommodate more than a 4-cylinder. So yeah, you know, biggest engine in the smallest car, you gotta love it. It's not the biggest V8, but it's not as big as the one in the Monaro, which normally they would have come with a 350. Normally you would have had a smaller V8 in the Tirana, probably like a, instead of being a 5.7, it's probably like a 5 liter or something like that. So nevertheless, very, very cool. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. So I'll leave you on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little showcase first haul, and not a bad one for 2024. And yeah, on that, I will wish you a great evening. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay safe out there. Happy hunting, and bye-bye.